When the HOA board started complaining about my ranch, their argument sounded simple. The land was unused. According to them, a property that wasn't developed was wasted space. They even hinted that the county might force a sale someday if I kept neglecting it. I didn't respond. My ranch sits miles outside the neighborhood boundary, and I've always preferred quiet over arguments. But one afternoon, while checking a fence line after a storm, something felt off. The back gate was open. At first, I assumed a neighbor had cut through the property again. It happens occasionally with hikers or hunters. But the deeper I drove into the pasture, the stranger it got. Fresh tire tracks, temporary fencing, feed troughs, and then I heard the noise. Hundreds of animals, cattle, goats, and a few horses were grazing across my backfields like they belonged there. Water tanks had been set up, shade tents installed, and someone had clearly been maintaining the area for weeks. I stood there for a long moment trying to process what I was looking at. This wasn't an accident. This was a full operation. Later that evening, I checked property cameras I rarely review. The footage told the whole story. Trucks arriving at night, trailers unloading livestock, workers setting up fencing along the far ridge. The same ridge the HOA had insisted was unused. Instead of confronting anyone immediately, I called the county livestock inspector and a local attorney. Within 2 days, officials were on the property documenting everything. Turns out the HOA board had quietly allowed a private livestock operation to store animals on my land without permission, assuming I'd never notice. The inspectors weren't amused. Livestock requires permits, health documentation, and legal grazing agreements. None of those existed. The animals had to be removed immediately, and the HOA faced fines for unauthorized land use. By the end of the week, the trailers returned. But this time they weren't dropping animals off. They were hauling every single one away. The ranch they called empty suddenly became very important. And after that, the HOA stopped discussing my property entirely.